Work life being hectic and need a day out? Wanting a day off and informing your boss about it can be a complicated process. You might not think your boss can be nice to you at times, so all you need is a white lie to say that doesn't jeopardize your reputation as a good employee, but gets you out of the office for the day. Most bosses prefer to give you a heads up so they can target you, but smart bosses recognize that there are times when you don't have the time or advance warning. Some no-notice excuses are perfectly acceptable as long as they're used very little. Other excuses might make you look lazy and unprofessional. Hey there, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on the bell notifications because what you receive here is completely free. In this video, we'll wrap up which excuses for missing work won't put forward any fingers and which are not liable to make a bad impression. The following excuses are generally valid explanations employers typically approve as absences. Number 1. Personal illness. Call in sick if you're too sick to get out of bed and conduct your job, or if you have a very contagious sickness. If you have a contagious disease, taking a day off from work is beneficial not only to your health, but also to the health and safety of your coworkers. Employers don't want to find themselves with a wave of illness spreading through the department because this extremely affects systems and productivity. Even if you work lightly, stressing yourself in the period of sickness may slow down your recovery process, and you may work less effectively for a very long period. Unexpected sicknesses affects everyone. Good managers will understand your situation and won't be asking you much. You may also need to schedule an appointment with the doctor to get a note that certifies you are ill. Leave for 1 to 2 days doesn't require a doctor's note, but if you've taken a leave for an extended period, it is required. Employers usually have a set of agreements as to how many sick days are used before a doctor's note is ordered. Have good communication with your employer and keep them updated about your healing status, or inform them if you need more leave for recovery. Number 2. Family or home emergency. An emergency is, by its very nature, immediate and serious. During a family crisis, your kid may happen to be sick, or you may receive unexpected news of death. A car accident may occur, or any other crucial family matters. Many supervisors are parents who understand the importance of being present for their children. Many employers will allow you to take time off to respond to your child's illness. However, some bosses aren't so thoughtful and will only permit a specific amount of time, or PTO, or pay time off per years for workers. A home emergency could include a burst pipe, a fire, a broken car, or any other home matter that must be tended to instantly or prevents you from going to work. In case of a family or home crisis, notify your employer as soon as possible that you'll not be showing up to work for the next few days. The emergencies detailed above all have varying extents of gravity and may need different amounts of time away. For example, if you're handling the death of a loved one, you'll need more time off the job than if you're handling a burst water pipe. In some circumstances, you could be competent for extended leave under the Family and Medical Leave Act, FMLA. This law permits workers to take up to 12 weeks of unpaid and job-protected breaks per year to allow them to take care of an immediate family member who has a serious health situation. FMLA also conserves employees so they can take leave if they have a serious health condition. The law also requires employee health advantages to be retained during the break. Number 3. Unexpected circumstances out of your control. This comprises anything that deters you from getting onto work that you couldn't have known you would prefer to plan around. Maybe your flight was postponed, the bus halted, your nanny never appeared, or any other random incident. Keep in mind that you may want to work from home in these circumstances or arrange for some additional way of accomplishing your day's work. Don't use the unexpected circumstances excuse more than a couple of times, as these circumstances are commonly quite unusual. Number 4. Scheduled appointments. It's important to have conventional checkups, whether with a general medic, dentist, eye doctor, or another consultant. Don't be fearful of telling your manager that you have to miss work to take care of these appointments since they're important to maintaining your health and well-being. Doctor's appointments are very hard to secure. It may be scheduled during your work hours. Professional appointments, such as a conference with a forthcoming client, may also need to be planned during formal work hours. Both are rightful reasons to skip work. As soon as you organize the doctor, let your employer learn about the occurrence through proper channels that either you need to depart early or arrive late that day. You can't take a day off just for a typical appointment. Similarly, let your employer know once you schedule an outing with a client or other work-related matters, and make sure it's part of your job, of course. Just be confident whatever you say you're performing, you intend on doing it. Contrarily, you'll be soon caught out. Number 5. Car trouble. One tragic and widespread problem people can run into is associated with car problems or other issues with the conveyance. A flat tire, a dead battery, a car accident, or a late train can all force you to miss work. If it happens only once or twice, an employer may ignore it, especially if you're embarrassed and go above and beyond to make up for work or find another mode of transportation to come to work. However, if you habitually are delayed or absent because of transport, your boss will likely start raising fingers and gape if you're being honest or not. Sometimes there's no way to get to work when your car breaks down in the middle of the road or you're in an accident. Even if you're safe, you still have to deal with your insurance corporation and car restorations, so you require time to get these details managed. Simply notify your manager what's going on, but constantly let them know. Number 6. Mental health issue. You may need an emotional day here and there for your mental fitness, or maybe you're dealing with the circumstance and can't imagine going to work. Don't feel any shame or reluctance about calling in when you're battling. Tell your manager that you're having a hard time with a mental or personal issue and are incapable of coming to work. Number 7. Religious event or day or holiday. Whatever your religion, a sacred event or day, especially those not formally recognized as a U.S. holiday, is a sure way to get out of work. After all, questioning an individual's religious freedom can move to real legal problems. Any strong employer will let you take a day or days off according to your individual needs or religious alliance. Number 8. Getting stranded. Was your flight canceled, or did you break down in the middle of the road? Did the train you needed to catch across the state arrive late? Travel intermissions and getting abandoned are obvious ways to miss work, particularly when you can't make it home. Number 9. Accidents. Accidents are the absolute excuse for getting out of work on quick notice because they're unpredictable. An accident doesn't certainly have to affect you directly either. A spouse, child, or subordinate that wants your help taking care of an accident are all valid excuses. Things like car collisions, wounds, or anything else that requires your sudden attention all match into this group. Number 10. Menstrual cramps. Speaking of reasons that don't generate a lot of consequent questions, menstrual cramps are a very good reason for skipping out work on short notice. Number 11. Expecting an important delivery. If you're having something sent to your home, perhaps furnishings or an important record, this situation presents a valid rationale for not going to work. Clarify to your boss the importance of the commodity and why you need to be at home to guarantee its safe delivery. Your boss may ask you to substantiate the delivery time and anticipate you to work a half a day. If you don't have a firm delivery period, explain to your boss that the delivery window is quite large and you're skeptical about the exact delivery time. Number 12. Jury duty. It's unavoidable. Jury duty will ultimately come calling, and you must answer. It's significant to note that even though you're called for jury service, it doesn't mean you'll assist the jury, and that is when you would need the time off. Share with your boss right away that you've been convened and could potentially need some time off consequently. You'll attend the meetings to verify your eagerness and proficiency to serve on the jury, and then a judgment will be made, allowing you to share more substantial dates of the time you need off with your employer. So, if you're wondering about taking a day off from work but can't find an excuse to present to your employer, this list might come in handy. Comment down below your favorite excuse on the list. Hit the like and subscribe button to stay updated.